Hello, and welcome to my channel, Hipene. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. We're going to put our edges on leaf with this protective natural look crochet that looks exactly like an afro. No tension, and nobody will even know it's not your real hair. The secret to this look is the foundation. So to give the illusion, I parted my hair in front for the leave out. From the tip of one ear to the middle of my head, I kind of use the same logic for both sides. So I parted the front of my hair and then braided them to each side of my head. Then I wrapped the edges so they don't get tangled when I start crocheting. I also did some leave out behind because I need options for styling. Now for braiding the cornrows, I did 10 rows. But depending on how full you want it to be, you could have more or less. While doing the second cornrow, I got to half of the cornrow and attached the first cornrow I braided and then continued with the cornrow. The reason is so the back of my head doesn't look too bulky. So I'm going to play it back slowly so you see what I did. I don't think I've ever said the word cornrow this many times in my life. I did the first half of my head and tucked the one braid left into the cornrows already braided. Then I did the same to the other side of my head. And still tucked it in with the crochet pin, no thread needed. Now this is what the hair looks like in preparation for crocheting. Let's talk hair now. If you are 100% natural, go for a kinky crochet pack that matches your coral pattern. I used Rosemary Kinky Bulk in color 1 because it was softer than the other brands I saw. If there is an even softer brand, please let me know in the comments so I could go for it because I really love this style. Now because we want this to look like it's growing from your scalp, I'm using the invisible loop method in the front. I put in my crochet pin, hooked the hair on it, pulled the loop and dragged just one part of the hair through the loop. I brushed the hair down just so it gives that natural look during styling. You can double knot while you're doing the middle part of your hair. Just remember to use the invisible method in front or in the parts that you might style. So if you're going to brush it from maybe left to right, make sure you do the invisible part on the cornrows that you're going to style. If you have relaxed hair, you could do the same style, but don't forget to put your extensions in hot water first before you start crocheting to reduce flyaways. Now that's what the double knot looks like. Double knot is doing it twice. I don't really do it twice with kinky because just once holds. So while I did the back of the head too, so I brought out the hair so you could see how it looks when you try to style it. I've actually been making my own hair since secondary school, but it wasn't until I went for NYSC in a different state that I really had to hone the skill. I realized that if you don't do it yourself, braiders will just do what they feel like doing regardless of what you actually ask for. Let's be real, sometimes you just don't feel like the stress, you want to be pampered. So last December, I made a huge mistake. I decided to treat myself. I paid the price thinking I was set for the holidays. Tell me why on the 27th, the hair was already pulling out. Mind you, I made this hair on the 23rd. By New Year's Eve, I was literally pulling the braids out with my bare hands. No comb needed. It just slid right off. I sat down there on the floor and I was just looking at my wasted money, and I decided that this year, I'm doing my hair myself. No more braider drama. No more wasted money. I am not going to beg people to respect my hairline. So just now, for me, from now on, it's just me, my crochet needle, and my own two hands. Now, as you can see, I was just fluffing the hair and cutting off the flyaways because it wasn't sitting the way I needed it to. You could do the same thing on your own. You could just fluff it and shape it based on how big or small you want your afro to look. Now, this is where the magic happens. I'm taking out my natural hair, giving it a little fluff and letting it fall over the crochet knots. Just look at that. Just look at this. Can you see where my hair ends and the crochet starts? I can't even see it myself. So this is the ultimate, is that a real hair hairstyle? Remember that feeling when you don't know what you want, but you know you want something? I got that from Louis. Usually that leads to a bad decision at the salon. But look at this volume. I've got the change I wanted, my bank account is still full, and my edges are actually thanking me for the rest. Protective styling does not have to be too strenuous to do yourself. You can have your afro and your edges too. You could also, you don't have to do this yourself. You could just show this tutorial to whoever it is you want to make your hair, and make sure to follow it to the letter. Now, if you actually enjoyed this video, just give me a thumbs up and subscribe. In my next video, I am going to show you how to style the hair. So I just wet the hair in sections with water and leave-in conditioner, so it would make it a little bit easier to style. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.